On a cold December morning in 1981, a passenger jet full of families, tourists, and children.
Breaking news from France. An airliner has crashed near the island of Corsica. Authorities confirm a passenger aircraft has gone down during approach to Ajaccio airport.
The aircraft was approaching Ajaccio on the French island of Corsica.
We have breaking news this evening. An aviation alert has been issued.
On board were tourists expecting nothing more than a joyful day trip.
The flight was a rare same-day charter, unfamiliar to the crew and outside normal operations.
Within minutes, a chain of misunderstandings would begin, ending in tragedy.
The flight had been organised as part of a national holiday celebration. What was meant to be a joyful celebration would unknowingly introduce serious operational risks.
Passengers boarded expecting a simple morning flight and an evening return home. Unlike regular airline routes, charter flights often expose crews to unfamiliar airports.
These factors quietly increased risk long before the aircraft ever took off.
We have breaking news this morning regarding an ongoing aviation alert. On this morning, no one realized how dangerously these risks would align.
The aircraft assigned to Flight 1308 was one of the newest jets in commercial service.
Pilots were still adapting to the MD-80 series when the accident occurred.
Investigators later confirmed the aircraft itself never malfunctioned.
The danger would come not from machines, but from misunderstanding.
We begin with breaking news. An aviation alert is now in effect.
The captain was a veteran aviator with decades of flying experience.
We have breaking news regarding the aviation alert near Corsica.
Despite fewer total hours, the first officer had more time on the MD-82. Neither pilot had ever flown into Ajaccio before this day.
We are receiving new information regarding the flight incident near Corsica.
The cockpit environment was more crowded than usual.
Small distractions can quietly erode even the strongest safety barriers.
Crisis. As the aircraft began its descent, the crew prepared for an unfamiliar approach.
The approach briefing would determine every step of the landing.
A single line on the chart would soon carry fatal importance.
At that moment, the crew had no idea what lay beneath them.
As the aircraft entered Ajaccio airspace, terrain became a growing threat.
Visibility was limited, forcing complete reliance on instruments.
During descent, pilot workload increases rapidly.
The crew now established communication with Ajaccio approach control.
From this point onward, a single misunderstanding would grow unchecked.
The controller issued what he believed were routine approach instructions.
We begin with an urgent aviation alert.
Procedure from the VOR.
The wording used carried different meanings to each side.
One critical word was never spoken. Please. Cleared.
From this moment on, each side imagined the aircraft in a different place.
With no radar and no clarification, the misunderstanding went unnoticed.
The approach began at a single point, the Ajaccio VOR beacon.
Holding patterns are defined by time, not by size.
At higher speeds, holding patterns expand dramatically.
At their speed, the holding pattern extended directly over high terrain.
Believing they were awaiting instruction, the captain requested further descent.
Speedbird 452, you are clear of the stack. Proceed direct to Hashimya.
The controller believed the aircraft had already left the holding pattern.
Cleared to descend to 3,000 feet there.
A descent to 3,000 feet was approved, under false assumptions.
Each side believed the other understood exactly what was happening.
Without realizing it, the aircraft descended into deadly territory.
The aircraft remained in the holding pattern while descending.
Below this altitude, terrain clearance was no longer guaranteed.
The crew believed air traffic control would never clear an unsafe descent.
Beneath the clouds, high terrain waited unseen.
The controller believed the aircraft was safely offshore.
In their final transmission, confusion still filled the cockpit.
Turning inbound.
Believing the aircraft was safe, the controller cleared the approach.
Suddenly, the aircraft warned of terrain directly ahead.
The crew reacted instantly timed, but there was no time left.
Flight 1308 struck the mountainside at full speed.
Air traffic control has lost contact with Flight 72.
Radio contact was lost forever.
Rescue teams searched desperately for survivors. More instances. The aircraft had been completely destroyed on impact.
Investigators worked to understand how such a tragedy occurred.
From this tragedy came vital lessons: standardized communication, safer procedures, and lives saved in the future.